No hay nadie conectado.
¿Será que esperamos un rato? Do we wait or just...
Go.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone all over the world.
Okay.
Lu Miranda.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
And I am very proud to serve as a moderator today. I'm honored to be here with you and to welcome you to this second episode of IFCDA Dialogues. IFCDA stands for International Federation of Choral Directors Associations and was born in the early months of 2021. Later on, we will give more information about it and we'll go more in depth about this exciting initiative. I just want to go over the founding members that are with us till now. And those are Armenian Choral Conductors Association, Asociación de Directores de Coros de la República Argentina, ADICORA, Asociación de Directores de Coros del Ecuador, ADICOE, Asociación Española de Directores de Coro, Associazione Nazionale Direttori di Coro Italiani, International Choral Organization of Tokyo, Nova Associação Brasileira de Regentes de Coro, Philippine Choral Directors Association, IFCDA, Polyphonic Choruses Association of Turkey, Red Nacional de Directores y Coros de México, Serbian Choral Association, the Association of British Choral Directors. So IFCDA desire is to have and to give a global vision of the world's choral leadership, and along the way and this path to build a warm friendship between the choral conductors associations. The IFCDA Dialogues are our first public event, and they mirror the desire to improve mutual knowledge and understanding. So today we will have the opportunity to meet with the Italian and Argentinian representatives and learn some more about their choral tradition and the way they work. For on one side, we have the Associazione Nazionale Direttori di Coro Italiani, and it is our pleasure to give a warm welcome to this virtual scenario to Roberto Maggio, Enrico Miaroma, and Cecilia Cereda. On the other side of the world, literally, we have the Asociación de Directores de Coro de la República Argentina, ADICORA. We're happy to have today with us to Anele Moroder and Maximiliano Mancuso. Just to remind all of you, we have available platforms on YouTube channel and Facebook where you can give us all the questions that you have in mind, and you're welcome to write them down. Okay, so let's start with our presentations and welcome everybody. Let's start on one side at first with Maximiliano and Argentina. And they're gonna start with their origins and how they came up with all this idea.
Thanks. ADICORA stands for the Association of Choir Conductors of the Argentine Republic. It arises from the need to have an entity that nucleates and represents the choir conductors of the country. To this end, representatives of choral activity in Argentina began to meet with the intention of forming a council that groups them. Its main ideals and objectives and the basis of the statute of the association. Argentina choral activity, compared to European activity, is very young. University choirs and choral groups of collectivity emerged around the 60s, whose repertoire were linked to the European tradition. The Association of Choir Conductors of the Argentine Republic was constituted in March 2003 after a day of debate among colleagues from all over the country who understood that the future of choral music could not continue its development only on ideas. It was imperative to crystallize them in an institution that not only represented them, but also laid the foundation for further growth. Adicora aims to promote greater consolidation, growth, and hierarchy of the function of the choir conductor and choral activity in general, promote and organize improvement courses, congresses, seminars, and workshops. It also takes in the representation of the associates and advises them in their professional activity before official, private, and non-governmental entities. It also develops normative and collaborative projects, as well as requests in accompanying the authority in matters of creation, recreation, interpretation, and diffusion choral music.
Thank you, Maxi, for your explanation about Adicora. Right now, I want to welcome Roberto from Italy, and he's going to explain us about all of the origins of the association.
Grazie. Thank you very much, and good evening for the one part of the world. Good morning in the rest of the world. So I would like to explain this concept in Italian for not cut off a large part of our associated. So Cecilia can translate for me because she's a very nice translator and speaker in English. Dunque, buonasera. La nostra associazione è nata nell'aprile del 2019, prima che arrivasse in Italia la pandemia da coronavirus. Dunque, prima del Covid noi non esistevamo.
Our association was born in April 2019, before the coronavirus pandemic arrived in Italy. So before COVID, we didn't exist.
È molto interessante per me spiegare la motivazione per cui abbiamo ritenuto utile e necessario creare questa associazione.
I think that it can be interesting to understand why we thought it would be useful and necessary to create this association.
Volevamo dare una risposta all'esigenza di creare qualcosa di nuovo che stimolasse la crescita della coralità italiana anche su un confronto internazionale.
We wanted to build a place that would stimulate the growth of the Italian choral world, even on an international level.
È noto che la crescita artistica di qualsiasi entità dipenda da quel processo di formazione permanente che è alla base di ogni metodologia riconosciuta tale e adottata dappertutto da ogni organismo educativo.
We believe that the artistic growth of any entity needs a process of ongoing formation, which is the foundation of every recognized methodology.
Quel long life learning che risulta da un processo continuo e coscienzioso di ogni grande artista.
That long life learning results from a continuous and conscientious process, and it is typical of every great artist.
Dal momento che ogni coro è lo specchio del proprio direttore, ecco che risulta naturale spostare l'attenzione sulla figura del direttore di coro.
Since each choir is the mirror of its own director, it is obvious that we decided to shift our attention to the figure of the choir director.
E l'elemento significativo è stato individuare come dare ai direttori di coro un metodo semplice e naturale per crescere insieme.
But how could we give choir directors a simple and natural method to grow together?
E l'esperienza poi di altre associazioni simili esistenti nel mondo ci hanno confortato nel pensare che unire i direttori di coro, creare un'occasione di conoscenza reciproca, avrebbe creato un circolo virtuoso di scambi di competenze ed eccellenze.
The experience of other similar associations existing in the world comforted us, uniting choir directors, creating an opportunity for mutual knowledge that would create a virtuous circle of exchanges involving skills and excellence.
E la conoscenza di altre realtà e la modalità collaborativa avrebbe poi predisposto mentalmente tutti a condividere tale crescita.
And so the knowledge of other realities and the collaborative modality would mentally predispose everyone to share this growth.
Okay, now I described how is structured the structure of our association. La nostra associazione ha una struttura standard, diciamo.
Our association has a standard structure.
Con una assemblea, un presidente, un board, un comitato scientifico.
We have an assembly, a president, a board, and a scientific committee.
E abbiamo un board formato da 7 persone, un comitato scientifico formato da 7 persone.
There are 7 people in the board and 7 in the scientific committee.
E parte integrante di questa associazione è anche una rivista dal titolo Dirigo.
And a very important role in our association is led by a magazine called Dirigo.
Che per noi è come un biglietto da visita.
It's something like a business card for our association.
Essa ha un'impronta professionale e accademica.
It has a professional and academic imprint.
Tratta argomenti inerenti alla coralità, il repertorio, le problematiche associative corali, oltre alla formazione dei direttori.
It deals with topics related to the choral world, the repertoire, all the problems that the choral reality can deal with, and training of the directors.
Inoltre ha anche la caratteristica di far conoscere le attività di ANCI, quelle svolte e quelle in programmazione futura.
And it gives us the opportunity to show the activities of ANCI, both those carried out in the past and those planned for the future.
Thank you, Roberto. Thank you, Cecilia, for the translation. I don't think there's nothing more global than 3 languages on the same connection. So I'm very glad that you mentioned all of the structure. I think each country has different mechanisms and different methodology to create it. We're gonna go back to Roberto later on because he's gonna, as I said at the beginning, he's gonna explain more in depth about the initiative of IFCDA. Right now, we're gonna go back to Argentina with Anele, and I'm excited to present to you so you have all this scenario for yourself.
Okay, thank you very much, Lou. I think we are ready to show you a little video. We have translated, subtitled. So it's in Spanish, but everybody can read it.
Contamos que ADICORA, la Asociación de Directores de Coro de la República Argentina, tiene en el país 17 filiales y 5 delegaciones. Estamos trabajando con las provincias que faltan para tener presencia en todo el territorio. Las filiales y delegaciones realizan acciones concretas para fortalecer nuestra profesión, gestionando capacitaciones y encuentros con directores y directoras de coro de cada región. Contamos con un consejo honorario consultivo integrado por maestros y maestras de gran trayectoria que con su trabajo, su profesionalidad y convicciones sembraron la semilla de lo que hoy es nuestra querida ADICORA. El actual consejo directivo está integrado por socios y socias de distintas filiales como Centro Sudeste de la provincia de Buenos Aires, Bahía Blanca, Gran Buenos Aires, Zona Oeste, Cava, Córdoba, Entre Ríos, La Plata, Mendoza y Chubut. En los últimos años, Adicora ha firmado convenios de cooperación mutua que fomentan la articulación y el intercambio con otras asociaciones de características similares, tales como Acordelur, de Uruguay, ALAC, Chile, AED Coro, España, ANSI, Italia, Arcopu, Puglia, Italia, Nova Abraco, Brasil, y en el 2021 formó parte de la creación de la Federación Internacional de Asociaciones de Directores de Coro, junto a asociaciones de otros 12 países. ¿Sabés qué es el coro Adicora? Este ambicioso proyecto pretende ser un espacio de formación permanente a través del intercambio entre directores y directoras con el objetivo de difundir la música coral argentina. Germinó en el 2011, cuando todos los socios que concurrieron a Puerto Madryn con motivo del 9º Simposio Mundial de Música Coral ilustraron la presentación de Adicora con la interpretación de 2 obras. A partir del 2017, convocamos a todos los socios y socias a participar en el proyecto. Estuvimos presentes en el 11º Simposio Mundial de Música Coral en Barcelona 2017. En el 19º Festival Mundial de Coros Puebla, México 2018 y en el primer encuentro de directores de coro en Brasilia, Brasil 2019. Durante el 2020 nos hicimos escuchar a través de varias producciones virtuales. ¿Fuiste a algún campamento organizado por Adicora? Son instancias de capacitación para directores y directoras de coro, cantantes y músicos en general, que abordan temáticas relacionadas con la actividad coral. Un fin de semana de capacitación con momentos de intercambio y esparcimiento que permiten el fortalecimiento de los vínculos entre las personas que estamos directamente involucradas con el canto coral. Hemos firmado convenios de cooperación mutua con la editorial GCC y la editorial Goldberg Verlag con el fin de facilitar el acceso a material editado por compositores y compositoras sobre música original o versiones corales de música argentina. Cada año hacemos llegar a cada socio y socia el anuario con artículos e investigaciones para continuar fortaleciendo los espacios académicos de la actividad coral. Creemos fundamental estimular la composición de la música coral argentina para continuar nutriendo a nuestros coros de repertorio nuevo y de calidad. Por lo tanto, hemos realizado en el 2021 una convocatoria a la creación de nuevo repertorio, a través de la cual la asociación compró y editó de manera virtual una serie de obras para distribuir entre sus asociados. En el 2018 dimos el primer gran paso como profesionales y creamos la comisión gremial, que fue la encargada de trabajar junto al SADEM, Sindicato Argentino de Músicos. En el 2019, por primera vez, se publicó en el cuadro tarifario del sindicato los honorarios para los directores y directoras de coro. Esto es un gran logro de todas las personas que integramos Adicora. Con la mirada puesta en la profesionalización de nuestro trabajo, en la Asamblea Anual en Córdoba se aprobó por unanimidad la creación de la Comisión de Asuntos Académicos. Esta comisión asesora y vincula a Adicora con distintas instituciones de enseñanza musical. Desde el 2019 hemos firmado convenios de colaboración con distintas universidades nacionales. En la Asamblea Anual de Tandil 2020, el Consejo Directivo, haciéndose eco de las conclusiones de un productivo debate, creó la Comisión de la Mujer y Temáticas de Género, con el fin de generar propuestas y articulaciones con diferentes órganos estatales y privados que ayuden a garantizar el acceso y las oportunidades en igualdad de condiciones. Trabajamos junto a OFADAC, Organización Federal Argentina de Actividades Corales, e INAMU, Instituto Nacional de la Música, en la línea de fomento para la actividad coral. Y también, de manera conjunta con OFADAC, presentamos al Congreso de la Nación el proyecto de la ley para la creación de INACORA, Instituto Nacional de Coros de la República Argentina, un ente público no estatal que tiene por objeto el fomento, apoyo, estímulo y difusión de la actividad coral, su acercamiento a los estratos más populares de la sociedad, todo pendiente del director y la directora de coro, sus integrantes y las entidades corales sin fines de lucro con personería jurídica. En el tiempo transcurrido, desde su fundación, la asociación cuenta con más de 1.200 socios y socias de todas partes del país, que todos los días trabajan para jerarquizar la profesión de la dirección coral. Queremos escuchar también tu voz. Te esperamos para que seas parte de esta gran comunidad coral. Adicorizate.
Bravo.
Thank you. We are so proud of Adicora.
Yeah, excellent. Excellent video. I think it was a great summary for all of us to know more in depth. And now, Anele, you can go forward with the next presentation. If you want to add something as well, you're welcome to do it.
Thank you. I have a little trouble with the connection. Do you hear me? Okay. Can you listen? Can you hear me? Okay. Thank you. We are now showing a little presentation so we can develop some of our projects, of some of the things we are currently working on. And maybe after this, you can ask whatever you need to us to develop for you. We thought when we were preparing this program that it would be better for everybody to read than to listen to us speaking in another language. So this is the organigramma, as Roberto was saying a little before. Our board has 14 people: presidents, secretario, treasurerman, post secretaries of artistic, interior, foreign relationships, and public relationships and press. And then we have all the filiales and delegaciones. We think that this is what makes Adicora what it is. The true life of the association stands in its subsidiaries and delegations. We think ourselves to be like a huge umbrella. Adicora is like a huge umbrella in which all these filiales, we say filiales, it's like subsidiaries, share some projects in common, but each of them has their own life and their own activities, their own authorities, and also their own statute. So we developed the most important or the most huge projects which need most money or most organization stuff. But the life of Adicora is through its filiales and delegaciones. Vamos, Darío, avanzamos. Darío. Here's the map of Argentina, and in blue is the territory of Adicora. We are working so we can reach the whole country, but we're close. Avanzamos. Here we have some pictures of Choir Adicora, which is a huge project, a lovely project. Maybe Maxi can read us about it a little bit more.
Okay. Adicora is an association recognized as a genuine reference in the choral activity by governmental, educational, and cultural areas of the country and abroad. In July 2017, Adicora actively participated in the World Symposium on Choral Music, organized by the International Federation for Choral Music, which took place in Barcelona, Spain. In this occasion, given the great participation of Argentine conductors, the creation of the Adicora Choir was proposed, integrated by choir conductors from all over the country. A program was prepared exclusively composed of original academic folk music and the best musical expression of our culture. In this way, it was possible to show the world the rich choral activity to take place in our country. For the experience lived in, and what it meant in the learning and growth of each conductor who participated, the association set out to take Argentina choral music to other festivals in the world. Thus, in 2018, the Adicora Choir participated in the Festival Mundial de Coros de Puebla, Mexico. A new challenge was present in September 2019 to participate in the Primer Encuentro de Maestros de Coros in Brasilia, Brazil, sharing workshops, concert, and presentation with conductors from Brazil. The Adicora Choir is a formative project in which each conductor can observe other perspectives, other ways of working and solving problems. It also aims to foster respect, camaraderie, and constructive criticism.
Las rondas corales took place last year in September. It was the biggest, the most important activity that took place last year with a close down of everything. It was a huge event that took place, you see here, in September. 6 days of debate, interviews. All of this is in our YouTube channel, all the conferences and all the interviews. You can watch them all there. It took place around 5 main areas, which were child and youth, where and when they sing. And because children's choir in Argentina are hosted in so many different places, like schools, churches, clubs, city halls, cultural centers. Most of them are generated by the conductor's own initiative. They don't have public support. And we think it's necessary to provide equal opportunities to all children alike. The second area was school choirs. Everybody can sing. And there, teachers from all over the country shared their experience in this matter. Vocal pedagogy, who is going to sing? Here we had doctors, we had vocal therapists, pedagogues, conductors, composers. They talked about youth singing issues and gender matters also, like transgender voices or inclusion of non-binary people in the choir. Repertoire, singing makes sense, has understanding and reason. That's a quote from a very well-known song. El cantar tiene sentido, entendimiento y razón. And it was meant to broaden perspectives and concepts related to child and youth choral repertoires. And finally, singing and movement, considering that voice and body are one entity, not two separate things. And we wanted to study movement in choral activities from different perspectives. This, the summary of all this event was published in the January issue of ICB, International Choral Bulletin of the AFCM. You can read it there, and you can read it also in our web page. Everything we are talking today is there in our page or in our YouTube channel. Okay, I think this is all. This is my hometown, Tandil, and this is a picture of our last alive assembly in February 2020, a month before the lockdown. Okay, this is all, I think.
Thank you. Thank you, Nele. You wanted to add something? No?
No, we wanted to show you different stuff, different perspective. This is our page, adicora.org, and then maybe we can answer questions or talk about anything in particular.
Thank you, Nele. Yes, I was about to remind everybody that the platform, YouTube and Facebook, is available for you to ask questions. I see a lot of people from Argentina connected. You got a lot of cheerleaders over there. Now, we're going to go back to Italy, and I'm going to give back the word to Roberto because they're going to present a video as well.
Yes, thank you, Lou. Congratulations to Adicora from ANCI for the rich, very rich plays that you do every year. So now I want to show you the first bigger event that ANCI planned this year. The last summer, and after I asked to Enrico to say something about it. So I want to share you video. You see, I don't know. That's okay.
Io spero che sarà una rinascita e che il cuore potrà svilupparsi. È una bella avventura, un bel viaggio che ci porterà a conoscere diversi e importanti culture. Questo grande incontro di linguaggi corali di diverso stile, diverse epoche, varie tipologie, il mondo corale si farà sempre più sentire.
UCI is really wonderful. It's got this really broad expanse. So integration is a big part of what they do, and they do it well. They're connecting to organizations all through Italy and beyond. There's people here that are beyond Italy.
Partecipazioni assolute di critici e cultori italiani, è una cosa eccezionale, c'è un modo bellissimo per mettere in relazione diretta il compositore con il direttore.
Canci si dimostra sempre da spazio sempre a tutti, a tanti compositori, alle rhythm section con compositori provenienti da tutta Italia, tanti corsi diversi per tutti i gusti. Quindi è bello, è una cosa che non si era mai vista e finalmente ce l'abbiamo e ce la godiamo con un gran presidente che ci sostiene e ci sprona anche a mettere nel piatto delle cose.
It's important to exchange ideas. It's important for us to have support with each other, proposing music, new ideas. I hope I can bring something to the at the same when it comes back to the United States.
Le collaborazioni tra azioni scolastiche e il mondo dell'associazionismo è una di queste. Il foro è un grande veicolo di educazione civica, alla cittadinanza, alla partecipazione.
Spero che sia il primo di tanti appuntamenti, perché penso che sia veramente importante sia per i direttori sia per i coristi, anche veniamo da questo periodo così difficile, abbiamo bisogno di stare insieme e perciò l'inizio secondo me è un bel futuro.
Non si può più rimanere autoreferenziali, ma c'è bisogno di uno studio continuo, di un incontro continuo, di mettersi anche in discussione e di poter così appunto accogliere anche gli stimoli che ci vengono da occasioni formative per dare stimoli a questo
It was the first campus for choral music in Assisi in July, last July. So I want to ask Enrico to say something about it and about our initiative.
Well, this was a beautiful event, really thrilling. We were very excited and happy to join, because after 1 year we could not see each other. To meet finally in Assisi, it was really a relief here, like to drink water in the desert. It was a beautiful experience, but everybody very happy, with great conductors teaching us very different ateliers. In fact, from this experience, we decided to maintain this activity every year in Assisi, because the place is beautiful and quite easy to reach from all over Italy. It is quite in the middle of Italy. And so for sure, we will have the second event from 13 to 17 July 2022. For sure, we will have fun, because what we want from choral music to meet other people interested in what we love, choral music. That's all.
Thank you, Roberto. Thank you, Enrico, for this video. I think it's always very enriching to see how chorals work in different parts of the world. Literally, as I said, we're separated by an ocean right now. Right now, we're going to go back to this situation that I said at the beginning of this connection, that we would like to go more in depth about IFCDA, because we have here the mentalizers, the people who initiate it. So I don't know, whoever wants to start. Roberto, if you would like to start and just give some ideas and information about this crazy, right? It's a little crazy, but it's always very,
topic.
Yeah, I think crazy ideas are part of our artistic DNA. So I think,
I think that we can open the microphone, any one of us, because I think it's better to say something, all of us in this moment. So any report is beautiful. Will be a good occasion to have a relation in the regarding this particular idea. Crazy, maybe, yes. I think so, but I know that we know that the music is a international language, and is important. I think is important for a national association that represent a nation or a national movement to have a relationship outside the border. So it's important to have a recognize or possibility to exchange anything, because any educational, any learning could be shared with the other culture, with the other professional situation, association in this. So for anything, it's like an industry, no? Like if I want to sell cars, if I want to sell dresses, I need to open on the market and in the international market, or I do musician at my home. Is incredible. It's not possible. So in this situation, much more significant when we talk about a national association. So I have in my work, I work always with international relationship about Erasmus in conservatory, but also like musician, I turn around the world for my music. So I think it is important to have a relation outside the borders, because to travel and to have a relationship with other people of other culture open the mind. Also to speak English or speak another language, and sharing music, Italian music with other musics or with the other audience is a method to open mind and have much more confidence with the own relationship with the other our learning method. So meantime, I saw the video of Adicora. Very many things is in common. We don't speak before, but the mind, I know in this moment, like I saw, like I told before, many experience of other association all over the world convinced me and my friends that this kind of association and this kind of opportunities is very natural, very human, not created for nothing, from nothing, but is a new human and natural needs to grow up in our professional and our passions, that is music and choral music. So we tried to search so many associations that represented choir conductors in the world. So before, I don't know, there's exist Adicora or other association. Now, thanks to coronavirus, we are friends now. We know between us, and I think many ideas we have now and many other will come to collaborate and to sharing very nice things for us and for you.
Yes, I think that thanks to technology and WhatsApp and Zoom, the world has become a little smaller, or places are a little closer than before. And that's how this kind of things are possible. And a few months ago, when we received Roberto's invitation to join ANSI, well, we thought it was a great idea, just because all of he has said so beautifully. And now I think we are such a young association, but before having our own statute or everything, our legal stuff, okay, we considered ourselves like a net. No, I think it's a beautiful idea, this of a net of associations of different countries who share a common interest, who can translate to the inside of the country all these things that are happening in the world. And in this particular kind of activity, like the dialogues, we can see that we are not so different, that many of us are doing the same things or are thinking alike. Last month, when we could watch Philippines and Brazilian associations, it also seemed very close to us. No? So it's very important to us, because maybe here in Argentina we are close to Brazil or we are close to Ecuador, but we are very far from Philippines. And listening to them last month, we could see that we were not so different, and we were working in the same way. No, so I think you, Roberto, and Enrico, and everybody, Nancy, made a beautiful idea, and we are making it possible. We're making it reality.
We hope to meet all of us, no?
Yes. We are working very hard to go to Assis.
In praise, invite you for next campus in Assis, next July. And Enrico send you, all of you, invitation for next campus, and we hope to see in presence, to have possibility to see and speak, no, between us.
Yes, in person. And I think you'll have an Argentine musician next year, an Argentine composer or conductor in Assisi for your event.
You can have, if you want, anyone won't come in Assisi, no, Enrico, they can have a slot in time, maybe 45 minutes or an hour, to show anything you want about your culture, your activities.
But your main program was not about Ariel Ramirez or something like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll be there. We will sing the Misa Criolla with you in person.
Argentina is already in Assisi programmed, already booked.
Okay. That will be very nice.
I love Misa Criolla. It's so amazing. I've sung it so many times. Well, somebody
we are now working on a new project, which is Navidad Adicora, Christmas, Adicora Christmas. It has a children choir line, and the main line, it's about every one of our members can record a song from Ariel Ramirez called El Nacimiento, which is part of his Navidad Nuestra, his work, Navidad Nuestra. And we will all sing together this Nacimiento, the birth, for next Christmas. Because this year is the 100th anniversary of Ariel Ramirez's birth. So we are homaging him, or paying our respects.
For us, new programs. We have next week, we have a meeting in Assisi again for choral music in the schools. And now we have 110 people that will participate to this. Is just a weekend in Saturday and Sunday about the new pieces for children's choir and the schools choirs. And then we create this event is for next month in Salerno. We create a choir of directors, national choir of directors that I know the Adicora have. No, and for this event, 7 composers associated to ANCI wrote a piece on the Navidad Christmas theme or sacred theme. So we will have Roberto Toffi is the first director that will conduct this choir on 7 new songs for the occasion, wrote for the occasion, and hope to go on with other conductors for any appointments, any events that we will plan for it. This is the newest event for our association.
A choir of more than 60 people. Big choir for us. For the first time this will happen, and so we are very happy about this. And Salerno is a beautiful city on the sea, so a beautiful place. We will be all in a beautiful small hotel on the seashore. Very good.
Very good.
In Roberto home.
Very good. Yes, when we meet for Adicora choir, we meet only 2 times a year, maybe. Luckily 2 times. In the worst of the cases, only once before the project, before going anywhere. Because Argentina is so big that it's very, very difficult for us to meet. For the last project, before going to Brasilia, we had some partial rehearsals, not regional rehearsals. And then 1 month before the trip, we could be the most of the people, like 30 from the 40, in a weekend together, also for rehearsing. And which is most lovely of this kind of project, which I treasure most, is the opportunity of being together, sharing a beautiful place, and sharing the possibility of being together, no? Of being there all together. So I think you will have a wonderful time in Salerno.
Yes.
Okay.
Only,
go ahead.
I think that I wanted to add to our conversation that thanks to Anci, even if I'm Italian, I had the beautiful opportunity to meet great people as Cecilia, as Roberto. We became friends. We began learn how to know each other, and so many good conductors and composers through all Italy that I didn't know even they existed. So this is really the first aim of our association, to let us to know each other, and became become friends and colleagues.
That's so important. That's so important. Sorry. It reminds me that many of our youngest members, maybe even students of choral conducting, they come to the assembly and they say, that one is the author of this music I'm singing, or this name here in the score is that people, and they can share a meal and they can have a talk, and that's so great.
When they tell you, I thought you were dead or you were very old, 80 minimum.
Anne, I have a question for you. How is it possible to conduct an association that is in a country so big like Argentina? Because we in Italy, I'm and Enrico lives in quanto è distante la nostra distanza? 1,000 kilometers, no?
700, 800, I don't know.
800. So we call 5-6 times per day at the phone. So our sons say, "Did you listen, Enrico? Did you listen, Roberto?" Because to conduct an association and more other people, no, that works with us. So we stay on chat, on telephone, or by mail. It's very big work, no, for it. And I suppose for you is a bigger work for Argentina.
Yes, well, now because of WhatsApp and so it's so much easier. But what I said at the beginning, the most important thing of Adicora is its subsidiaries and delegations. So not all the projects, not all the ideas come from us, the national government. They come from the territory. And each province, each subsidiary, they make their own projects. Of course, they let us know and they invite the whole country to participate. But we are like more than our main goal is to join all these projects together, but it's not that we have to do everything. That's very important. And besides, to become a subsidiary, you have to be at least 10 people, no? 10 members to become a subsidiary, and they can retain, or they should retain the half of the fee, 50% of the fee of each one of their members. So each subsidiary has some resources to develop their programs, and that's very important, and that is a different way of working, and is of course not all the work just for us, no?
And which is your relationship with your government? Are you supported?
No, we are not supported. No. We are working. We are trying for several years now. We are trying to get a law sanctioned, a law for choir activity, which is very difficult to manage, because there we could have this INACORA, this Instituto Nacional de la Actividad Coral, National Institute for Choral Activity, this entity would have the funds necessary to support all the choral activity in the country, but not yet. We received a little money. We're very happy with it, but it's not enough, of course, from INAMU, which is the National Institute for the Music in general. But they support some ideas, some projects in particular, but not all the activity, of course.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anele. Thank you, Roberto, Maxi, Enrico, Cecilia. Has been very enriching, as I said at the beginning. And I think all of these ideas, as we know, it's always helpful for us to grow together. And I don't think we have any questions on the platforms. And just to be mindful of the time, I want to start to kind of wrapping up everything. I don't think we have any questions, but I think most are going to come up because we're going to continue with these dialogues along the way. Maybe in some few weeks, we're going to post them because we're going to continue with all of the countries that are included on this association of this federation, international federation. So more questions are going to come up and more presentations. And I know that we're going to keep on working together. And I think that just as a lifetime choir member, as me, because of my dad, I started singing because of him, of his directing. I think it's very, very exciting to have this safe platform and safe community to just link ourselves and work together and collaborate. And it's always very exciting to have choir in our lives. I think it's very healing, and it's the main instrument of the human voice. And I think it's always very, very exciting to keep on working and adding more projects. And I know it's very, very exciting to come up with more projects along this journey. And I don't know if somebody wants to give any last words, but we're kind of closing up. So we're all good. Nice. Okay. Very nice evening to everybody. Good morning. And this was our second episode, Italy and Argentina. And we're going to come with more episodes along the way. Have a great, great evening.
Grazie mille a tutti. Thank you very much, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Till next month.
Yes.